Good evening, Brazos Valley. Welcome into a Week 10 edition of Friday Night Lights with Ben Peck. I'm Justin Woodard. Well, it's the one we've all been waiting for. Rain or not, who cares? College Station hosting A&M Consolidated. Rivalry renewed in the Crosstown Showdown. Couldn't have had higher stakes tonight, my guy.
Not at all. Almost a top 10 matchup if the Cougars didn't suffer their first district loss last week. But Consol, they took care of business. They were a preseason top 10 team and can clinch at least a share of the district title with a win tonight. But CSTAT has other ideas, I think.
How about a three-way tie coming?
Potentially.
If the Cougs can bounce back from that Georgetown loss last week. To Cougar Field we go. College Station 4-0 all-time against Consol. This is the first play from scrimmage. Trey Taylor over the left-hand side. Crease in daylight. Once he gets going, you can forget about it. Track meet. Number 3 is going to win it. Tail lights to the end zone. Are you kidding me? It's 7-0 just like that.
Man, listen, we know they're pretty explosive. With that offense.
You showed it right there. 3 and out for CSTAT. Back to Consol. Quarterback Will Hargett. Ball kicked at the slant, still caught by Wesley Watson. First down yardage inside the red zone. Prayers up for Watson. He would leave this game and is on crutches on the sideline. We hope he's okay. Later in the drive, their other running back, Keyshawn Thomas. Boom, boom, boom. Who says he's little? He can flex those muscles all night long if he runs like that. 14-0, it's all Tigers. Another 3 and out by the Cougs, and Ben, this might be getting out of hand here.
Let's see.
No. Yes, Consol would score, but we edited the highlight because we got to get it going to CSTAT. Zach Dang busting that thing. Woo! How about number 16 coming alive saying, okay, 21-7, order restored. Later in the second, Cougars moving the ball again. Tony Hamilton, he doesn't need much to find the goal line there. He crosses it. So 21-13.
We got a ball game. We got a ball game. Look out.
Let's go to the second half. Aiden Martinez-Brown, the Consol transfer. Through the line, and he's going to bust this thing. 26 has reservations for 6, and all of a sudden, CSTAT is taking the lead.
My goodness, I mean, you can't say enough about this team. This kind of a microcosm of their season.
No doubt. Back comes Taylor. That jump cut at the line of scrimmage was nasty. Trey, another tutty for him. Stony Pryor's like, okay, do we need to go to the air? Maybe we do. Arrington Maiden, go ball around. Jackson Verdugo, one-handed grab. Are you kidding me? Consol got mossed on the play. It was a 3-point game at that point. That got it back to 10, and that is your final. 38-28, College Station.
Wow.
Call them the comeback kids, taking down number 10, A&M Consolidated. Let's come back on camera real quick as you get one thought, Ben, on this heck of a crosstown showdown. It is back, and it is back with vengeance.
Like I said, just a microcosm of how they started off, the tough, disappointing loss to Lucas Lovejoy, but just rolling ever since, aside from last week, and big win for Stony Pryor and the guys.
Wow, speaking of Stony Pryor, speaking of the guy who shot the highlights, Jordan Adams. He's with the winning guy right now who I know is smiling ear to ear. Jordan, take it away from Cougar Stadium.
Brazos Valley, we talked about this game all offseason. We talked about it all week, and boy, did it not disappoint. College Station gets the win over a ranked Consol team. Coach Pryor, you guys were down 21-0 in the first quarter. How did your team respond, and how proud of you of that response getting off the mat?
You know, we talked about this game having a lot of pendulum swings in the past. We know that they're a talented team. They do a great job. And so we talked about focusing on the game plan and staying true to that, regardless of which way the pendulum was swinging. And the kids did a great job responding.
One of the kids that did a real great job is this guy right here, Aiden Martinez-Brown. Went to Consol last year, folks. Came over here to College Station. 2 touchdowns tonight. The tying touchdown and the game-winning touchdown before you guys scored some more points. Aiden, what did it mean for you to play your old school and play so well tonight?
I mean, it was really personal for me, and it was just
that's all good.
What a game.
Coach, yeah, Consol, you still could win a share of the championship, but you guys are right in there too. How big was this, not only to beat your rival, but to keep those championship aspirations alive?
Yeah, absolutely huge. I mean, we want to play a great season, and so this game was a huge part in the standings and the playoff implications. So kids performed really well. I'm super proud of how they played.
And then for those seniors, it was their last home game here. What do you think it meant for them to beat Consol one last time, maybe for most of them their first time here at home?
It was great. You know, we have a 25-game win streak at home, and this was our 50th game at home as a varsity. So it was a special, monumental thing, a really special time.
Well, you heard it from Coach Pryor and Aiden Martinez-Brown. College Station gets the win in the Battle of College Station over their arch rivals, A&M Consolidated. Reporting live at College Station High School, Jordan Adams, KAGS Sports.
Way to go, my guy. What a ball game. The District 12 6A now. Bryan hosting Hutto. Hey, with a win, the Vikings are on the doorstep of a playoff spot in year one of the Ricky Tullis era. He doesn't like this start. Hippos QB Will Hammond rolls. Great ball to Gary Choice down the boundary. Oh, they got toasted to that Vikings secondary. 7-0 Hutto in the blink of an eye. After a Bryan turnover, well, Hutto goes back to work. Their offense is pretty good. Hammond fakes the jet sweep right up the middle, and look at the blocking by all the wide receivers. Into the end zone, number 2 goes. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, 14-0 all Hutto. But here comes Bryan. Their quarterback is awesome, too. Malcolm Gooden. Time, looking, steps up in the pocket, directing traffic, and throws a dime to Terrence Lewis, the all-star freshman. The kid cannot be guarded. 14-7, the big play is back for Bryan. Now let's get that ground game going. Javalen Wade. Up the middle, no. Whoop! Cuts outside. Oh, he's got speed for days. Gets the corner, going to be ridden out of bounds, but it's a big gain. Same drive, but we're going to go to the second quarter as Halloween. Let's get spooky. Same drive. Tate Schneringer. Yeah, I can say it, Big Ben, and I can say he gets into the end zone, number 2. What a tough run. 14-14. Gooden, but then you hit Lewis on 2 more touchdowns in the first half, so they were lighting it up and looking good at Merrill Green, 38-22.
All right, let's go to some 5A D2 action last night. Brenham trying to stay perfect in league play, hosting Huntsville. Brenham's QB, he's a pretty good one. Rylan Wooten, look at that dime to Keith Crawford for the touchdown. Cubs on the board first, 7-0, just like that. Still in the first quarter, Wooten. This time, he's going to use some of his helpers in the backfield, gives it off to Cartel Brown, who goes right and then says, actually, I'm going to go left into the end zone for the touchdown, running away with it. 14-0, green on green crime here all night between these two teams. But second quarter action, now it's Huntsville getting into the act. This is Trey Sean Brown down the sideline into the end zone to put the Hornets on the board, 14-7, but another Cubs score and trying to make it a 1-score game yet again. Jawan Giddings, quarterback keeper, makes it 21-14, tightens the gap, but Brenham holds on for this one, 31-17.
They're playing for district championship next week against number 6 Lake Creek. How good is that going to be?
Buckle up.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, other 10-5 D2 action. Rudder on the road tonight at Richmond. Randall Rangers searching for their first win in league play. Doesn't look good. They're down 46-21 in the fourth.
Keep it rolling with the scores. Navasota, they're off. This is their last regular season game because they got a bye week coming up tomorrow, or next week, I should say. Brazosport, though, with a late lead, 33-27 in the fourth quarter over the Rattlers.
So they'll drop to 3-3 in league play, Ben, but I think that should get them in the playoffs, I think.
We shall see. Over to 4A D2 for Madisonville hosting Waco. Connolly, first place up for grabs in this game, and Kiefer Sibley going to help out Connolly down the sideline, and he is gone. Reservations for 6 early on, just kind of jogging out those last 10 yards. Doesn't need to. He's that good. 7-0 early on for Waco Connolly, but here's Madisonville next drive, and look out. Blessing and Jean, big gain, and then that would set up later on in the drive Philip Green Jr. Short little touchdown run here, punching his way through the end zone, and we got a tie ball game. Connolly later on in the half, though. Jelani McDonald, quarterback, keeper, and he is into the end zone. Bring up a score. Madisonville, I believe they were down in this game. Yes, 61-14, so Connolly rolls to a win.
All right, let's go to District 12 4A Division II. Caldwell searching for win number 1 at Giddings. 17-7. Hornets down in the fourth quarter. All right, it's time for our first break on FNL, but after this, you know what it is, a top 10 showdown.
Let's go.
How about the barn burner between Franklin and Cameron Yo? Keep it here. Welcome back into Friday Night Lights. This one could have been our game of the week as well. What a top 10 showdown from District 11, 3A Division 1. Top-ranked Franklin hosting number 6 Cameron Yo.
Could have been game of the week in the state of Texas. Both clubs can certainly light up the scoreboard, can play a little bit of defense too. Do it a little bit different though. Lions, of course, like to use that ground and pound slot T. Yo, though, they like to sling it out with Braylon Drake. We'll see if the elements worked in the Lions' favor here. Maybe a little rainy, a little not ideal passing conditions. I don't know. We'll see.
What are you, a meteorologist, Ben Peck now? But you may be onto something, my guy. Franklin opening drive. Court Lowry, your quarterback, pitches to Bryson Washington. Look at that block by Lowry. Washington just like, thank you, easy
That's
buddy.
never a bad play, regardless of weather conditions.
7-0 Franklin. More from the Lions. Lowry pitches to Jaden Jackson, left-hand side. Whoop! Makes the guy miss. Another one, and then gets out of an ankle tackle, and he's going to bust this thing. Taillights to the end zone. A tutty for number 1, and we're not done with Mr. Jackson. They lose Malcolm Murphy. No problem.
Not at all.
Just reload. Here we go. Jackson this time over to the right-hand side. Stiff arm, get off me. Are you kidding me? That is a man amongst boys. Wave to him. Bye-bye. 28-0. There's a party in Franklin, and they're not done.
And he's going to be doing damage there for a long
What
time.
happens when you get the ground game going?
Well, it opens up play action.
There you go. Lowry. Hard play fake to Devin Heldrago. Down the seam for another TD. Oh, baby, flex on him, Franklin. Wow, 63-7. Their best game of the year by far.
These Lions are for real. That's no doubt. Well, more district action. This was for 4th place on the line. Rockdale hosting Little River Academy. First quarter with a 7-6 lead for Rockdale. Bladen Barczyk checking his options. He's going to go to a pretty good one. Robert Owens into the end zone for the touchdown. 14-6 for the Tigers in front of their homecoming crowd, by the way. Later on, though, Academy answers the Bumblebees, the Bees' knees. Casey Mraz into the end zone for the touchdown, and that makes it 14-13. Second quarter, 3rd and long, but here is Barczyk down the seam to Jaron Moreno. Touchdown makes it 21-13, but look at this play. Time winding down. Look at this. Mraz looking for an option. Surely he's under pressure. He can't find anything. It's 3rd and long. Don't get beat deep. Just don't get beat deep. Oh, no. Alex Lawton with the touchdown. And as you saw earlier, Little River, they come out with the win in this one, 34-27.
All right, let's go to District 12, 3A Division 2. Anderson Shiro hosting Hemphill. Owls 2-2 in league play. Tough test tonight. Hemphill's pretty good. Got a handoff over left-hand side to Jeremiah Blake. Oh, speed kills, doesn't it? Picking him up, putting him down in the mud. It doesn't matter. He ran away from everybody. And it's going to be the Hornets again from deep East Texas. Hemphill only 1 loss on the year, and they're showing you why. Omarion Smith, your quarterback, not about him, going to hand it off to Anthony White this time, and the camera loses him for a second, but don't worry, the white jersey finds the end zone. Are they done? No, they're not done. Hemphill Smith going to hand it off this time to Dustin Gordon. Oh, my. His jersey's clean, and that's for a reason. He's too fast and too good. Runs away from the Owls. Oh, baby. 48-0 all Hemphill.
Like he put up the deuces there as well.
Yeah, he did. All right. We'll have a score for you on number 9, Lexington, after the break. But, yes, we got to take a break and then go down to Class 2A D2 after this.
Welcome back. We'll finish up Friday Night Lights with some 2A D2. First place on the line in this district against Somerville and number 2 Burton. Somerville hasn't won a game outside of district, but they've won all the ones that count. And down 13-0 here in the first quarter. Look at that stiff arm. Caden Espinoza says, "Get off me." Yawa's on the boards, 13-7. Down on the other end, though, Panthers on the doorstep. Tyrone Gilman breaks down that front door, 20-7. Same score in the second quarter. Going to give it to Gilman up the gut. These, in particular, aren't long runs just because they just turn their way down the field, as you know. 27-7. Here's a long run, though. Last drive of the half for the Panthers. This would set up a touchdown. Delvin Gantz, give him some space and watch him go. Nicely done right there, and Burton gets the win, 71-20 over Somerville.
Ooh, baby. Same district, 14-2A D2 Snook hosting Yorktown. Both clubs 1-3 in league play, so this is a big one here. Yorktown QB Cade Martin takes the jet sweep and right up the middle. Oh, picking him up, putting him down. Reservations for 6, number 10. Oh, my, we're not done with number 10. More Yorktown, this time over the right. Gets the edge. And see ya later. Is going to bust this thing. Tail lights to the painted area. Oh, my. You got to stop number 10 if you're Snook. 2 TDs is good.
Certainly, that's all he's got, though, right?
Are you sure? How about 3 of them in the first half? Man, Snook down big, but not out. This might be one of our plays of the year when we put our package together later on. Look at this throw. J-Bo Ruska. Look at the catch in the back of the end zone by Lance Laura. The Zebras give it to him.
Number 1 can't believe it.
Oh, he's in. What a snag. Let's pull up a score from Snook as back and forth we went. Yorktown does outlast them as Ruska finds the end zone again, 53-28.
All right, senior night for Milano hosting number 10 Granger. Look at this, Eagles. If the tunnel doesn't work, just move the tunnel. Move the pile.
Is that a sign of things to come?
That's how we're going. Eagles, they like to run the ball, right? They like to keep it on the ground here. But Granger, their quarterback, Nate Tucker, tucks it and runs for a touchdown. 7 for number 7. Makes it 7-0 Lions early on. After stopping the Eagles the next drive, Tucker once again going to the near sideline. And look at this. Get off me. Thank you very much. Going in for the touchdown. 14-0 Granger rolling. Milano, they're looking to pound the rock, as you saw, kind of like they ran out of the tunnel there. Nice run here from Ethan Gordon, but they would turn it on over on a 4th down later in the drive. Granger gets the big win, 45-14.
All right, last one here, District 13, 2A Division II, Iola with a tough task hosting number 5 Chilton. Muddy as can be out in Iola. They do have a good quarterback, Brian Crosby, but that ball just not going to get far enough. Everybody's slipping and sliding in the grass and the mud. Here comes Chilton, though. They got a pretty good running back. It's Markadrick Taylor. He's going to take the pitch over the right-hand side. Nice blocking, speed to the edge, cuts it up the field, and he's going to go all the way to the end zone. Let's pull up a score from Chilton and Iola. Yeah, all Chilton, 43-0. All right, real quick, my guy Ben, Lexington, number 9, rolls over Rogers, 20-0 on the road. They stay perfect on the year. Brian looking good, 46-28 in some games tomorrow.
Yes, we've got Legacy Christian is now hosting Huntsville Alpha Omega. That's tomorrow, I believe, at 11 a.m.
Brazos Christian hosting.
Or Brazos Christian, excuse me. And we've got Hearn hosting tomorrow as well. All
right. And in addition, we got Aggie Sports Overtime. Ags going to go for a win. We'll see you tomorrow night.